Wow. What was up with that? That was the weirdest thing. I go to set live on the stream and it brought up the earlier CPI stream. I don't know what the heck that was. I didn't even have any like feedback or nothing. That was funky, man. That was really funky. All right, so we are back, and what we got up on the screen right now is a live feed of the House of Representatives. You could see up on the screen right here, we are looking at HR 8772, okay? We want HR 109, okay? HR 109 is what we're waiting for. I'll bring the sound in just so you could hear. If it's a bunch of crap, we'll go back to talking.
Offered by Mr. Self of Texas.
Pursuant to House Resolution 1341, the gentleman from Texas, Mr. Self, and a member opposed, each will control 5 minutes. The chair recognizes the gentleman from Texas.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I rise today to offer my amendment to the legislative branch appropriations bill that would prohibit electric vehicle charging on the U.S. Capitol grounds. Imagine how ridiculous it would sound if we told...
Okay, so right now they're still debating stuff. They're debating House Resolution 1341. So as soon as 109 comes up on the screen, I'll be sure to mute it and make sure that we get you caught up with stuff. This is live, by the way. I will give everyone a fair warning that the House of Representatives is they're not like usually like on time, you know what I'm saying? Like if the House of Representatives, no, I was gonna make like a naughty analogy. I will not do that. But yeah, the House of Representatives, usually they aren't on time. So we'll give it a little bit of time. At 10:15 is when we should be getting the vote. So as we get closer to that, I'm gonna keep an eye out on the feed over here on the right. As you can see right now, they're in Bill HR 8772. Debating right now at House Res 1341. We are waiting for H109, HR 109. So, no, 109 has to do with crypto custody. It is to overturn the veto that Biden did regarding crypto custody and protecting the SEC. There we go. Justin Harrison says, damn, no notification, and I know for a fact that I signed up for him. That's kind of weird. Did anyone else not get a notification regarding this stream? Let me know if you didn't. I'd be kind of curious about that. But right now they're debating HR 8772. We are waiting for the vote, which should be at 10:15 at the earliest. They've got a feed over here on the right, and you can see at 10:07 they were given 10 minutes to debate self-amendment number 3. So that would bring us to about 10:17 at the earliest for that. I will let you know when it comes across. Andrew Butcher says, and we're back. One can only hope this one won't be a waste of time. Yeah, how frustrating was that yesterday to cover this stuff and to have them just like debate this crap back and forth, and then they debate, then all of a sudden we find out there's a sweetheart deal there at the end, man. I mean, it's like, holy crap, dude, sweetheart deal at the end, and guess what? Yeah. Find out that Maxine Waters is making some secret bank deal. That was going on, and McHenry had no idea what was going on. He wasn't given any notification, nothing like that. So, yeah, a little bit of last-minute Democratic sneakiness, but I am being fair with everyone here when I say that most likely what's going to happen is you are not going to get the votes, all right? You're not going to get enough votes in that the Dems are going to be able to block this. Let me just move my mic. Sorry, I'm trying to get everything kind of set up here. And I'm trying to find like good places for everything so it's not like in the way, but it's still close for me. So volume all right for everyone? And in regards to the feed for them here, I can turn their feed up. That's not a big deal. When they start talking about stuff that we're really interested in, then we're going to start paying attention to them. Yeah, we saw some movement earlier in the crypto markets. They bumped on rates. That was pretty, or not on rates. They bumped on inflation data. That was really, really cool to see. That as soon as they released the data, that you could see that there was definitely a movement in price. I thought that was cool. It's still too high. I mean, I know 3% did come down. It is still too high. But the market was happy with it right now. Let's take a quick listen in.
Chair, the ayes have it. The amendment is, in the opinion of the chair. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. And the amendment is agreed to?
I call for the yeas and nays.
Gentleman asked for a recorded vote.
I ask for a recorded vote.
Pursuant to Clause 6 of Rule 18, further proceedings on the amendment offered by the gentleman from Texas will be postponed. It is now in order to consider Amendment Number 4, printed in House Report 118-578. For what purposes, gentlemen from Texas seek recognition?
Mr. Speaker, I have an amendment at the desk.
The clerk will designate the amendment.
Amendment number 4, printed in House Report number 118-578, offered by Mr. Jackson of Texas.
Pursuant to House Resolution 1341, the gentleman from Texas, Mr. Jackson, and a member opposed, each will control 5 minutes. The chair recognizes the gentleman from Texas.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, my amendment seeks to reset the budget of the Office of the Attending Physician to appropriate levels. The Office of the Attending Physician to Congress was created nearly 100 years ago following the unexpected deaths of several members of Congress. I think we can all agree there is a need for medical care here in Congress to provide things like preventive medicine, vaccinations for travel, and
Okay, so now you've got about another 10 minutes worth of debate regarding this crap here. So that puts us to... here we go. Puts us to about like 10:25 at the earliest right now. So again, you've got the feed up on the screen. This is live from the House of Representatives. Stephen Edmonds says, Res 109 overturns the SAB Special Accounting Bulletin under the Congressional Review Act. Overturning SAB 121, the bipartisan resolution ensures consumers are protected by removing roadblocks. Stephen, this is 100% correct. This is going to end up being a vote to protect Biden and the SEC, which really sucks here too, because this had bipartisan support. This passed the House and this passed the Senate. Biden vetoed it. Now, to overturn Biden's veto, you need a 2/3 vote to make that happen. And I think that's what we're all kind of sitting here thinking, like, okay, are we going to get the 2/3? The honest answer is probably not. We're probably not going to get the 2/3 vote required. But right now, you could see up on the screen, they have a debate. House Res 1341 they're debating. They have 10 minutes to debate on that one. All right. Crypto Navigator says Congress just needs to rip the damn Band-Aid off and let this happen. Okay, so yesterday, I don't know if you caught what happened. There was some funkiness that went on. Biden delivered a letter to Congress. It was while McHenry was talking, and it was all of a sudden, Maxine Waters comes in with the sweetheart deal announcement. No one knew about this. It came out of nowhere. It was very well orchestrated by the Democrats. They had everything they could to block it in time. And the reason they wanted to block it in time, they seriously, this is so big. This is right before an election. And you're talking about vetoing a president, right? Right before an election. So they're sitting here going, look, strategy-wise, if we lose the crypto vote, right, maybe 3 to 5% of the vote, is that enough for us to lose big elections? And so what they're looking at is, hey, if we get all the Dems to side with Biden, are we still election safe? Because they don't want the Republicans to be able to use them overturning Biden's veto as fuel against them. So this is a really, really, really big strategy session here. 818 MacGyver says, what are the Vegas odds on this? You know, I haven't looked at the prop betting on that. I can see, let me see if they've got some prop bets. Give me a few seconds here. And if you have any questions, comments, feel free to drop them down in the comments. Right now, we are debating 10 minutes of House Res 1341 that started at 10:13. That was 4 minutes ago. So we've got about 10:20 to about 10:23. So we got 6 minutes or so. Let me see if I can find some prop betting here just to give you all some odds. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm just looking stuff up. Okay. All right. I'll see if I can find something here. But right now, the odds are very, very low. They really are. There's a lot in the House in terms of Democrats that don't want to go against Biden. They don't want to overturn his veto, and that would be a big, big issue. The issue lies is that, remember, this passed the House a few months ago. That was yeah, and Tommy G says that was odd yesterday with the letter. Yeah, that was a bit odd. There's a lot of procedural things that happen in Congress that are very creepy. Did you notice it was like the young dude and chick, and they walked in all proper, all dressed like way ultra conservative, like dressed down to the ankles, and like, you know what I mean? It was like very creepy, like 1700s like vibe, right? Like 1776 vibe, but like nowadays. Yeah, it was definitely very creepy to see that. But basically what we're sitting here thinking is that they're not even going to have enough votes in the House to overturn the veto, let alone the Senate would no way overturn the veto. Okay, here's what happens with the Senate. The Senate, if there's a tie vote, do you know who breaks the tie? It's the vice president votes for the Senate if there's a tie. You really think Kamala Harris is going to vote to override Biden's veto? No way in frickin' hell. They got more procedural stuff. Let me just jump in quick.
Questions on the amendment offered by the gentleman from Texas. Those in favor, signify by saying aye. Those opposed signify by saying no. In the opinion of the chair, the noes have it. The amendment is not agreed to. Gentleman from Texas is recognized.
I request a recorded vote.
Pursuant to Clause 6 of Rule 18, further proceedings on the amendment offered by the gentleman from Texas will be postponed. Pursuant to Clause 6 of Rule 18, proceedings will now resume on those amendments printed in House Report 118-578, on which further proceedings were postponed in the following order. Amendment number 1 by Mr. Huizenga of Michigan. Amendment number 3 by Mr. Self of Texas. Amendment number 4 by Mr. Jackson of Texas. The chair will reduce to 2 minutes the minimum time for any electronic vote after the first vote in this series. The unfinished business is the request of a recorded vote on Amendment Number 1, printed in House Report 118-578 by the gentleman from Michigan, Mr. Huizenga, on which further proceedings were postponed and on which the noes prevailed by voice vote. The clerk will redesignate the amendment.
Amendment number 1, printed in House Report number 118-578, offered by Mr. Huizenga of Michigan.
A recorded vote has been requested. Those in support of the request for a recorded vote will rise and be counted. A sufficient number having risen, a recorded vote is ordered. Members will record their votes by electronic device. This will be a 15-minute vote.
All right, so they're voting this crap right now, which means you got 15 minutes to hang out with me. They're voting on the amendments that they were just debating, arguing about. So what's going to happen is they're going to vote on 8772. We should have 109. It's 109 or 165 should be next. In theory, I thought it was supposed to be 109. Was supposed to be at 10:15. You can see we are way behind that. 15 minutes to tag onto this. To vote is 10:36. So we're going to hang out. We are going to hang out here. Wait for them to vote. Get all that stuff done. Yada, yada, yada. I do have some show and tell. I do have some show and tell. I do have some things to kill time here if anyone is interested. Tommy G says no one there. Yeah, yesterday was the big grandstanding. And essentially what you're going to see is you're going to see a lot more people show up. You are going to see a lot more people show up for 109. That 109 is going to be a big one. 109 is all about, are you supporting Biden or not? And that's what the Dems have turned it into. Are you supporting Biden or not? Crypto Roger says, how does what they're doing affect crypto? Well, the special accounting bulletin, okay, said from the SEC, the SEC just made this rule up, by the way, said that, hey, look, if you're a bank and you custody crypto, you have to put that on your books. That's not good. Like, that's not good. That makes no sense. Why would you account for it that way? It would be very limiting to a lot of banks, which would mean crypto custody would be a problem. Okay, so that's kind of stopping that special accounting bulletin, and I really oversimplified it, like way oversimplified it. The other thing too is you got to remember Biden vetoed this. All right, so this is Biden in his drawing the line in the sand. So, I mean, that's a big one. So we got protection for Gary. We got protection for Biden. Crypto custody is here. So this has to do with the SEC's overreach and power, especially with the accounting bulletin 121. And again, that has to do with the banks, crypto custodians putting the assets on their books. And it makes no sense like that. It just does not make any sense. Crypto Roger says, thank you for the explanation. Yeah, very welcome. Nicole says the SEC needs to be jailed. Dude, the SEC needs to be reined in. The best way to rein in the SEC would be for them to overturn the Biden veto. But I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't. And I'm frustrated by it because you got to remember this passed the House, man. Like, this passed the House already. So we're sitting here going, well, wait a minute. If this passed the House, how are they now going to block this crap? Well, it's pretty simple. They turned it in to basically saying, hey, look, if you veto Biden, then guess what? You're not standing with the president. You're not standing with the Democrats. And it would put those people out there on this island where maybe they would have less chances to get voted on in this election. So it's just very interesting. Is it for personal custody? There's a whole bunch of custody things in there. It was requiring institutions to custody. And essentially what it would do is it would push custody away from us and push it more into specialized institutions, which would what, everyone? Centralize crypto, right? It would prevent a lot more of the disbursement, the spread of crypto. It's easy for the government to control something if it's centralized, right? You only have a couple things to go after, but if it's dispersed, it's not. What about Chevron overturn? Thought that would help against the SEC. Yeah, I mean, Chevron does help against the SEC, but what really is the deal here? The deal is the Biden administration put the SEC, like Gensler, in charge of the SEC and is letting Gensler do whatever he wants. So it doesn't matter if you have Chevron. It doesn't matter if you have the vote. What matters is the current administration is running defense for the SEC. Plain and simple, that's what it is. And we're seeing it time and time again. I showed everyone yesterday Maxine Waters and Brad the Shermanator Sherman coming in, like really coming to defend the SEC and Biden. I mean, you've got a lot of support for the SEC, and it has to do with control. It has to do with control. Crypto Roger says, but the real investors would never keep it in a bank. Roger, but think about this, though. Where would big companies be keeping custody of their goodies? Right? You want institutional money. Well, you got to have somewhere to keep your stuff safe. See, crypto is a several tiered or pronged thing, okay? Some of it is about the asset. what you could do with the asset. The other part of it is how do you keep it safe? When you've got billions and billions and billions and billions and billions, like 60, 70, 80 billion dollars worth of crypto hack, there's a big fear of custody, right? So if you go to banks, maybe you could weasel in a little FDIC insurance somehow. Maybe you could then, if custody goes to that, you could get the government to step in and do something, FDIC-like, right? Something like that. But if you get pushed out of that, then what? Then these people, they're not experts in custody. And it's just, you just don't want it to be like, you just don't want it to be centralized, man. That's the big thing. And we're really nervous about that because crypto is very centralized. And it's what's sad is crypto is becoming more centralized, especially the altcoin scene is very centralized. Bitcoin, we're watching now. It's not centralized in terms of block production because, hey, whoever wants to make the blocks can make the blocks. You just got to have the computer firepower to do it. But in terms of ownership, all of a sudden now you're seeing these big institutions own big chunks of it. That's very centralized. That's the opposite of what we want, and I understand in terms of ledger approval and so forth, that's very decentralized in terms of processing of operations. But you have processing operations. You also have the storage of native assets. What do you do with that? You got to keep it safe. Ross says, if crypto wallets are banned, where would the off-ramps in U.S. banks if banks are forbidden to hold crypto assets? Yeah, you start going then into weird, funky rails and jumping through hoops. I mean, that's a big problem. It's the SEC doing whatever they want, making a mess out of this industry. And that's a problem because it's hurting a lot of jobs. It's hurting a lot of innovation. It's hurting a lot of tech. Don't get me wrong. There's a ton of stuff in the crypto world. Like 99% of the crypto world is just a bunch of bullshit, right? Like the mother tokens and like all the crap out there, right? It's just total crap. But there is some use case. And that use case, we need to make sure that, hey, if this use case can help the world out, let's do it. But if stuff keeps getting in the way like this, I mean, it kind of slows things down. And someone mentioned in a comment, let me see if I can find it. You can't hide bribes on a blockchain. Like, it's true, and that's the whole thing. On the blockchain, you have a lot of transparency, and there's a lot of people that don't want that in government. They don't want transparency. They want more black budget stuff. They want more things off the books. And those are the same ones that usually want to control you too, so it's kind of messed up. Robert Melvin says that, or they'll create another Silk Road off-ramp. Yeah, if any ramps ever get shut down, a new ramp will open up. Right? I mean, just role play with me here, okay? No safe words needed. We're good, okay? No safe words needed. Let's just say that all of a sudden I'm like, hey, look, your banks don't want to pay you out. How about you give your crypto to me and I'll give you some silver or some gold? That's a good workaround. Then you could take the silver or gold, and you could take the silver and gold, and you could trade that in for fiat or whatever you want somewhere else, right? Then the risk goes on to me. Then I go to my person that, I get maybe gold and silver from and go, yo, bro, I got some crypto. You want to play a little bit? And he's like, yeah, I want to play with you. So think, if the government ever shuts you down, okay, ever shuts you the F down, there's always going to be a workaround. There is. And as long as we have communication, and as long as we can hang out with each other, and as long as we can find ways to figure this stuff out, easily done. Now, in terms of mass scale ramps, yeah, that's a big problem. That's going to be a big problem. So that's why I said this is hurting crypto on many, many ways. Let's see, what is Crypto Navigator says nobody's going to want to off-ramp into fiat soon. No, that's not true. Be careful on that narrative. There are a lot of people that want cash. There are a lot of people. I'm telling you, there is huge segments of the population that want to deal in cash. Huge segments. Rural segments. You got countries that use the actual paper dollar, which is really big. I mean, like, that's all like cash needed. I still use quite a bit of cash. Everyone around me where I live gives discounts for cash. Why? Because they charge you 3% for a debit card. So instead, the normal price is debit card and you get a 3% discount if you use cash. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, Crypto Navigator says we'll also have peer-to-peer. Yeah, we'll have peer-to-peer. We'll have barter. We'll always have something, okay? It's just we wish we wouldn't have to go to those extents or those links. I wish that government would make our functionality and lives easier, not harder. And that's where I do get very turned off on that. Robert Melvin says, don't forget to hit the like button. Yeah, please do hit the like button. Share this with other crypto folk out there. You know I bring the news, whether it's good or bad, happy or sad. And yesterday, holy crap, dude, put like a ton of work in yesterday only for them to delay the vote on me and you. And how frustrating was that yesterday? Oh, let me get a quick swig of hydration. This right here, everyone, is tropical. Tropical. What the hell flavor is tropical? I mean, I think of tropical blue water. It is blue, but the flavor is tropical. Just throwing it out. Does this taste like fish? Does this taste like salt water? Oh, actually, it does taste like salt water because it is an electrolyte. So maybe tropical is a catchy name. Well done. All right, we got a little over 3.5 minutes for their vote. And then we should be coming out of the 109. Kingdom Trader asks a really good question. Yeah, you got questions asked right now. Kingdom Trader says, anything come out of the White House meeting with Brad and co? Okay, the White House sent one representative to the meeting. One. No, you heard me correctly. The White House sent one representative to the meeting, and the representative was only there for like an hour. The comments that came out of this was, yeah, this was good for us to have this, but it really didn't do much. That's the truth. They said, you know what? It was good we did this, but it really didn't do much for us. Because they realized that there's not much Democratic support. I mean, there's just really not. I mean, even the president sending one advisor there. The president sent one advisor. I mean, whatever. Shotguns the Great says, you reckon this will F the bull run schedule? I don't see it like screwing the bull run schedule because I think that's more based on monetary policy than anything. But this is certainly not helping. You want U.S. money, man, in the bull run. You want good regs so that U.S. money can help flow in. You want U.S. tech helping out. Not that you want U.S. money and tech to dominate, but you want that to add to the mix. I mean, think about it. If you were selling a product, wouldn't you want to sell the product to everyone, including the United States, right? Wouldn't you want to add some, even if you don't like the United States, you like their money. So why not get them involved? So yeah, I don't think this is necessarily going to like destroy things. This just sure as hell ain't helping, man. Like it is not. It is not helping at all. Let's see. What else do we got right now? Kevin Dellinger says, many of the elderly Congress does not understand crypto. We need younger people in Congress. Yeah, Kevin, it's honestly, it's not about age, dude. It's more about, are you in touch? I'll say this. There are some listeners to this channel that are older, and they're very in touch. Like, very in touch. But we also got to admit, too, there's some brain dead, dumb ass younger people out there, too. So it's not necessarily their age thing. It's more like, are they just in touch with reality? Whether you're young or old, are you in touch with what's going on? Oh, I see the Shermanator. See the Shermanator? Right there. Shermanator. There he is. Look at him. Shermanator. Oh, there he is right there. I got the cursor on the Shermanator. Oh, he's right there. He's right there. That's Brad Sherman, the Shermanator. Shermanator's in the house. Let's see. Kevin also for president. Yeah, that was pretty funny with Kevin yesterday. That was kind of a mess. Ian says, probably mango, pineapple, passion fruit. Dude, I don't know what this is. This is tropical. It is very salty. I mean, it is hydration stuff. I am getting ready for a race here. Yeah, happy 1-year anniversary Torres decision. Yeah, that's in 2 days. Pretty interesting, isn't it? Kevin DeVries says, I'm almost 70. You help me keep in touch. That's what I'm saying. It's not about the age. It's just about, like, are you able to span older generations, mid-generations, and younger generations, right? I mean, think about me as presenting the news. Would I be any good at presenting the news if I was only good for people my age? No, I got to make sure that I appeal to people that are older than me, and I have to make sure that I appeal to people that are younger than me, people that are near my demographic, because I want to make sure as many people as possible catch the news. So yeah, I totally get it. Way to go on that one, Kevin. That's a really, really good comment. Joshua Pett says, I could care less as long as XRP goes up. Yeah, but the whole thing, Joshua, is if you start getting good news too, not only does it go up, but it goes up and then some. That's what I'm saying. Like, people have to understand that you really want to make sure that we're getting every economy, every brain, everything involved on this. Otherwise, then guess what? We're wasting opportunities, aren't we? Sophie says, is this the override veto vote? The one on the screen, no, is not. Okay, here's how this works. For anyone that's ever done this, I'll show you how this works, okay? You see up on the screen right here where my cursor is moving, HR 8772, okay? That is what they're voting on right now, okay? On that one, okay? On the amendment number 1, okay? That's what they're voting on now. As soon as they're done with all the 8772, we should be on 109 next. On the right-hand side of the screen, you can see exactly the bill they're voting for, what the activity is, and what the timestamp is. So as soon as we get to HR 109, that's when we're going to be seeing who's going to be backing us up and who is not. Taxi says, Klaus, for Irish president, you Americans don't deserve the king. Dude, it's crazy. I'm sitting here and I'm watching all this, and it's a show, man. It's really a show. It's a funky, archaic, goofy show, and it's just, I don't know. I don't like it. T Stock says, all the best on the race, Klaus. Yes, thank you very much for that. I got a real light run to do today. I might do a shakeout run tomorrow. I might just chill the F out. I don't know. But I'm feeling pretty good, man. You guys want to see how good I'm feeling? Hold on. I got this backed up. This is how good I'm feeling. My resting heart rate was 42. Yes, 42. Thank you, Garmin. When I got up this morning, that was when I was doing 42, and this is, you guys know, I was doing the live stream at that time. 42 for a resting heart rate. So guess what, everyone? I think I'm getting pretty darn close to race ready. I've got 2 days left. I'm feeling kind of saucy. My sleep has been good. My hydration has been good. I made pancake muffins yesterday. I'm getting ready. Robert Melvin says, I won't be surprised if they don't address it at all because of that envelope. Yeah, dude, the envelope, it was so creepy to see. That was not fun. That was not, because you knew something was up. She's going to start reading the vote off here, and then we're going to start seeing where we get in terms of how many more amendments they got. Racing Death says, I have a resting heart rate of 38. That is nice. That is really nice. 38 is really good. You must be in some darn good shape, man. We're just waiting for her. They're going to hand her the votes here. Someone's going to flip the paper back. Once they do that, we'll see what she says. I'm not sure how many amendments are on HR 8772, but as soon as the amendments are over, we should be on HR 109. 42 is nearly dead. No, 42 just means that my heart doesn't have to beat as hard to make it, like, pump. I mean, that's all it really means. It means I have a very efficient heart. Let's see. Waiting for her. Yeah, she's got a piece of paper in her hand. Let's see what she says. Give me a second here. Let me take a quick drink. And yes, this is live, everyone. So you get to see Congress at Work live. And you can start seeing, look at this. More and more people are starting to fill in. See all these people here? Because they know HR 109 is about to come up here. So you're seeing more people coming in. Video Wizard says, hey, what are they about to vote for? They're about to overturn, or they're trying to vote to override the veto from Biden, okay? And that has to do with crypto custody, protecting the SEC, centralizing crypto more, and the Democrats making a last-second deal for crypto custody, which was very shady, to say the least. They are tallying up the votes right now. You can see more people are starting to file into the House. I like seeing this. It is a little frustrating. I will admit it. It is a little frustrating because they are not that timely. They're never on time. But you can see, this is how you know stuff gets serious. You're starting to see everyone floating in right now. And I want to make sure that we got a good feed. So on the right-hand side, you see HR 8772. This is the bill that they're working on, the timestamp when it officially went into work. So this is their schedule right here. She is getting ready to speak here. Let's see. Tommy G says, I'm 51 and my average is 53. I smoke, drink, and eat too many gummies. Dude, I bet you it's the gummies keeping the heart rate down, man. Right? Let's go gummies. Cheer one out. Taxi says, jogging is bad for the knees. No way is jogging bad for the knees. No way. Pounding, like running like a McRard, is bad for your knees. But if you're running nice and smooth, it is, seriously, your knees do really good. And you also have to train and lift and stretch and all that kind of stuff. Cardio is king. I do like cardio. Come on, lady, start talking. Come on, lady. Come on. Sorry, they are just taking their time this morning. Man, sorry, I'm just reading some of the comments. Pretty good. Right now, they are voting on amendment number 1 regards to HR 8772. We are waiting for HR 109. And like I said, the way you can tell stuff is serious is the number of people that are starting to show up. Starting to get a lot of people filing into the House. They know this is going to be a big one. They know that this is all coming down to how many Democrats are going to go against Biden and try to overturn the veto. That's the key on this election. That is a key. Video Wizard says, I have no idea what's going on. They're getting ready to vote regarding overturning the veto that Biden had in regards to crypto custody, Special Accounting Bulletin 121. Essentially, given the SEC like power to do whatever the hell they want. I mean, that's the realistic thing. There was accounting rules that were thrown in there, and the SEC is just taking things too far. Pretty simple. Ian says CPI is 3%, a drop of 0.1. Yeah, watch CPI data earlier today. That was pretty juicy, everyone. Was very excited to see CPI data like that. What about this? What about doggies at the top of the world? I think doggies at the top of the world are pretty cool. Just throwing it out there. Sometimes I would rather look at doggies on the top of the world than look at these idiots in Congress, but hey, this is what I do for a job, so I have to look at stupid politicians. Taking a quick look at the crypto market puts us at Bitcoin sitting at 57,900, ETH 3156, Sol 140. Vegas odds, by the way, to get Sol next as an ETF. XRP 44.8. You got Cardano hovering right around 40 cents. Nears in the green V as well. Let's see, what do we got here? A little bit of BNB at 532, ETH at 31.55. Let's take another look in to see if the lady is ready to go. Robert Melvin said they need everyone today. Yeah, this is, you're going to see like everyone vote on this. I wouldn't be surprised if 100% of the Republicans, or I think there was actually maybe, was there 2? I think there may have been 2 Republicans that did not vote for this. I wouldn't be surprised though if you see pretty darn near 100% of the Republicans go against this one. It's just how many Democrats are going to. What is the bill number? It's HR 109 is what we're waiting for right now. Let's see. Alex says, if they overturn the veto, I wouldn't be surprised if a ruling Torres comes out not too long after. Here's the thing. If they overturn the ruling in the House, the Senate is going to smash it. The Senate, you don't have the votes nowhere near close. Remember, you need a 2/3 to do this. You need a 2/3 vote in the House, 2/3 vote in the Senate to override the presidential veto. Gray Girl says, I think the stall yesterday was because of the roundtable meeting, greatest with Brad Cuban and others. I think they will eventually fire Gensler. Gray Girl, actually the stall yesterday is because supposedly, okay, this had nothing to do with the roundtable meeting. The roundtable meeting was way, way earlier in the day, and it was a big dud. It really was a big dud. I guess there was a last-minute deal that Maxine Waters said that there's a few custody people out there that are working with the government, and they got a last minute deal that they're working on, and basically it's an insider sweetheart deal. That's supposedly what delayed it yesterday is they were giving themselves more time to get an insider sweetheart deal done overnight so that they can centralize the custody of crypto. Oh, here we go.
The yeas are 169, the nays are 240. The amendment is not adopted. The unfinished business is the request for a recorded vote on amendment number 3 printed in House Report 118-578 by the gentleman from Texas, Mr. Self, on which further proceedings were postponed, on which the ayes prevailed by voice vote. The clerk will redesignate the amendment.
Amendment number 3, printed in House Report number 118-578, offered by Mr. Self of Texas.
A recorded vote has been requested. Those in support of a request for a recorded vote will rise and be counted, a sufficient number having risen. A recorded vote is ordered. Members will record their vote by electronic device. This is a 2-minute vote.
Okay, so this is a quick one. This is now for amendment number 3 of 8772. This is a very fast vote here. Pretty much everyone's in. They're going to start rolling this through pretty quickly. Again, we're just knocking out the amendments pursuant to 8772. You can see we're still waiting for a few more people to come in right here, waiting for guests. Obviously not waiting for them, but we got space for the guests. Essentially, yesterday everyone knew, so they packed the house yesterday. Here, I don't know how many more we're going to get, but right now you're going on amendment number 3, and amendment number 3 has now got about 1 minute and 20 left on the vote. Gray Girl says, I'm still thinking that was for show. They are more strategic than we think. Yeah, the roundtable discussion was a dud because, I mean, there was one person there from the Biden administration. They were there for like an hour and that was it. They didn't really take it seriously. It's the problem crypto has is right now the Democrats have made this a Democrat one side of the vote, the Republicans on the other. And when it's an election year, you're not going to get a lot of Democrats breaking rank. And that's what we're looking at right here, man. It's crazy. Marty Smith says, I used to be a hardcore mountain biker. I rode over 300 miles in a week and had a resting heart rate of 36. Well done. Well done on that. Rudy says, nobody at the SEC likes Gary. Nobody. I mean, I'm sure Gary's got friends in the SEC. I mean, like, do you think, like, Gary's got, like, no friends in general? I mean, like, really? Do you think, like, does he go out, like, on weekends? Like, do him and his friends, like, do, like, maybe, like, fishing trips? Like, could you write Gary with the vest on, the floppy lure hat on, Gary's in a canoe just casting in, like, the north woods of Minnesota? You know, maybe he's fishing State Line Lake and he's going after pike. Maybe he's using like a surface frog on some weeds out there. I mean, yeah, it's 70, 80 degrees out. He's popping the surface action, right? Popping it on the old muck. And Gary hooks up with the Northern. It's a good 3-8-footer. He's happy. His friends are happy. They're like, oh, this is awesome. Maybe later in the day they decide to do a little bit of walleye fishing. I don't know. I'm just saying. Mike the Roofer says, I'm 59, old enough to understand the real reason for the pressure. 2 words, sanctions and embargoes. It's always about money. I see Gary in Speedos. Patrick, no, I don't want Gary in Speedos. It'd be like Flanders going, feels like I'm wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all. He's friendless, says Freeman. Oh, that's sad. You really think Gary is friendless? Like, you really think he doesn't have one friend? I'm thinking he's got to have one. Like, doesn't the devil have one friend? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's got to have friends. Let's see. Alex is a good one. Says, with all the donor money drying up, the Dems are going to need some liquidity. That was actually pretty good. Rudy, boating with Gary, the best podcast. Yeah, hanging with Gary, man. Fly fishing with the Gens, dude. Gens has got to have some fun with that. I mean, Hobby says, I'm on my way to the fishing spot right meow. Well done. By the way, the Porsche in that movie, the first run, meow, sir. The Porsche was hot and so is the chick. Uh-oh, she's talking. Getting ready to talk. Here we go. Here's the paper being handed up to her.
The yeas are 149, the nays are 262. The amendment is not adopted. The unfinished business is the request for a recorded vote on amendment number 4, printed in House Report 118-578 by the gentleman from Texas, Mr. Jackson, on which further proceedings were postponed and on which the noes prevailed by voice vote. The clerk will redesignate the amendment.
Amendment number 4, printed in House Report number 118-578, offered by Mr. Jackson of Texas.
A recorded vote has been requested. Those in support of a request for a recorded vote will rise and be counted, a sufficient number having risen. A recorded vote is ordered. Members will record their vote by electronic device. This will be a 2-minute vote.
All right, they're on to now the next amendment in H.R. 8772. A 2-minute vote. Like I said, they're going to knock out this 8772, and then I think we're going to get some comments, and then we're going to get into 109. 109, everyone. So we got a 2-minute vote here. Let's hang out. Super Troopers is hilarious. Yeah, dude. Who does not love air-cooled turbos? Who does not love caged Porsches? I mean, like, for real here. Like, have you ever been in, like, an air-cooled nasty Porsche? Like a really nasty air-cooled one, like a slant-nose 930 with a big-ass turbo that was like an on-off switch? It's like the most fun thing in the world, man. Ohio says, or those who fail to remember the past says, Ohio says override vetoes, Biden's veto. Man, I can't talk today. Nicole says up now 109. 109 should be next. Honestly, here's how you can always tell. If this place fills up, something big is happening. That is how you can tell. Right now they're doing amendment number 4. Sorry, I'm just trying to crack my back here. Using the old standing desk. Loving it, by the way. Let's see. Yeah, they're voting on amendment number 4 right now. 30 seconds left on that. Kevin says, show a nice picture of a green Lambo. No, dude, trust me. Trust me, you do not want Lambo. Get yourself... Okay, look, I'm a big air-cooled Porsche fan, but look, get yourself a 997 variant Turbo S. Okay? 997 variant Turbo S. Go with that. You will be the happiest person in the world. Okay? I am telling you that right now. The S is where it's at. John says, got to drive my friend's GT3 RS. Ooh, those are nasty. Those are... Never gotten the chance to drive one. I have driven a few Porsches, and I got to say, of all the cars, Porsche by far is the best car to drive, to be in, to do. It is just all around just a machine. Lambos are tight fit, not practical. Porsche, dude, you could daily a Porsche. You could daily a Porsche and get homegirls to spinny spin spin. And that's what you want for the winny win win. 488 GTB. Man. Gosh. You pronounce it as Porsche. Love you for it, bro. Well, thank you. Thank you. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Let's see. All right, adjustable desk. Yeah, seriously, I do. I've got my standing desk right now. That's why I'm able to stand and move around. I'm loving this, dude. I just temporarily set it up, and I really, really like it. We're going to be waiting to see when they pass him the piece of paper. Let's see what they got here. Oh, wait. Sorry, there's some last-minute shenanigans going on over here. Something's going on. All right. Yeah, they're briefing him on what's next. Ooh, we got a lot of people here. Robert Melvin says Porsche 911, the older the better. Yeah, dude, air-cooled turbos, man, is where it's at. The LFA was so ahead of its time. Seriously, the LFA is legit. LFA is legit. So are R8s. Just throwing it out there. R8s are pretty cool, too. I love that little carbon panel. Oh, sorry. Just dorking out here a little bit. I'm with the Porsche 911 GT3, or I'll take an MK4 Supra. Do not do an MK4 Supra. Do not. Do not do that. Stick with Porsche. I'm telling you, you will be happier. Mercedes AMG GTS, way too heavy. BMW and Mercedes used to be where it's at, way too heavy right now. You don't feel it. It's not the same. Okay, so I'm a big... I've driven so many M3s. M3s are one of my favorites. I got to drive a track M3 from 95. It was awesome. Fully built, tracked, it was amazing, okay? Best driving car. It was lightweight. It was nimble. Power wasn't, crazy, but it was good, right? Dude, I drove a later version M3. Girlfriend, not the same at all, man. Not the same at all. Yeah, the LFA definitely too ahead of its time. Yeah, that's a really good point on the LFA. If the LFA would have been done, say, in, 2019, like when the market was starting to go crazy for exotics, the LFA would have been a totally different thing, man. Oh, Regilio says I'm more of a Volvo SUV man. Oh, there's nothing wrong with the Volvos, dude. What's wrong with that, man? I love me some Volvo. How about some S70R action on that? Give me a second here. I'm just trying to stretch. I don't want to get too stiff. VW R32 Golf. R32s are not bad, but here's the problem. When you're going to be comparing size-wise to like an RS3, like, dude, that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, the RS3s, that's just another thing. Just throwing it out there. 64 Impala SS. Try to find one that hasn't been slammed out, modified, pinstriped to death, or abused, or doesn't have copious amounts of illegal substances stuffed all over it. RS6, well done, man. Yeah, RS6, great family car. Best family car ever made, by the way, BMW M5 from the early 2000s. Like, seriously, like, one of the best cars in the world to drive. M5 from that time frame. Oh, got to turn his mic on. Okay, got to turn his mic on. Come on. Sorry, I'm just watching the screen up here, seeing what they're doing. Maxine, where do y'all see? Oh, I see Maxine. Oh, homegirl looks good. She's wearing blue.
On this vote, the yeas are 128, nays 289. The amendment is not adopted. There be no further amendment. Under the rule, the committee rises.
All right. Hopefully they don't have any more amendments left, and hopefully we move on to HR 109. The Hawk is hanging out with us, and everyone give Hawk a big thank you. Hawk supported the channel at the end of the last stream, and I didn't get a chance to thank him for that. And as customary, if anyone supports the channel, we give him a big thank you. So Hawk, thank you very much for your support. Hawk, better known as Trick, or Trick, better known as Hawk. Syrian says we had a BMW M3. Sporty cool car. Yeah, you have to get the right era M3. Just being honest with you, you do. You got to get the right era M3, and they got to be light, man. Got to be light. Just throwing it out there. Love my Porsche Cayenne Turbo. Oh, okay. I like it. I like that. That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. Let's go here. Come on, ladies. We got to speed this up, man.
The chair of the committee of the whole House on the State of the Union reports that the committee has under consideration the bill H.R. 8772 and, pursuant to House Resolution 1341, reports the bill back to the House with an amendment adopted in the committee of the whole. Under the rule, the previous question is ordered. The question is on the adoption of the amendment. Those in favor, please say aye. Those opposed say no. The ayes have it. The amendment is adopted. The question is on engrossment and the third reading of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. Third reading.
A bill making appropriations for the legislative branch for the fiscal year ending September 30th, 2025, and for other purposes.
The House will be in order. The House will be in order. For what purpose does the gentleman from New York seek recognition?
Madam Speaker, I have a motion to recommit at the desk.
The clerk will report the motion.
Mr. Espaillat of New York moves to recommit the bill H.R. 8772 to the Committee on Appropriations.
Pursuant to Clause 2B of Rule 19, the previous question is ordered on the motion to recommit. The question is on the motion to recommit. Those in favor, please say aye. Those opposed say no. In the opinion of the chair, the noes have it.
Madam Speaker, I ask for the yeas and nays.
A recorded vote has been requested. The yeas and nays have been requested. Those favoring a vote by the yeas and nays will rise. A sufficient number having risen, a recorded vote has been ordered. Members will record their votes by electronic device. Pursuant to Clause 9 of Rule 20, this 5-minute vote on the motion to recommit H.R. 8772 will be followed by 5-minute votes on passage of H.R. 8772, adoption of H.Res. 1344, passage of H.J.Res. 165, and passage of H.J.Res. 109, the objections of the President to the contrary notwithstanding. This is a 5-minute vote.
All right, so they're finishing up H.R. 8772. We should be getting 109 coming up next. Now, remember, I'm just throwing it out there, okay? This is not me. This is not me. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm the messenger, right? Remember, I'm the news guy. They were supposed to be voting on this at 10:15 Eastern Time. We are now at 11:01. Holy crap. Maybe they're an hour behind, but as you can still tell, they're still waiting for people to file in. There's still a lot of people outside. Real quickly, I thought y'all would like this. You want to see something really, really pretty? How about this? Ooh, I like that. That's really, really pretty. I like that too. What else do you got for us, Klaus? How about my doggy and I at the top of the world? Oh, so for the people out there that wonder why I run and train so much, it's because I do a lot of dumb stuff like this, where I go and I search like places where people aren't. Like, as you can see, there's no people around here. There's no help. There's no rescue. There is no saving you. You are effed if something goes down. So that's why I train so hard. In fact, I got a cool one for you. I was climbing up one mountain and I took this picture. My dog and I ended up climbing to this peak the next year. It was really, really freaking cool. A lot of fun. So right now they are voting to recommit for H.R. 8772. We're waiting for H.R. 109 is what we're looking for right now. Jamie Natra says, layman's terms, what's the importance of these votes? Okay, here's the importance of the votes. What happened was several months ago, the House and the Senate both passed a bill saying that, guess what? The SEC cannot just make up these accounting rules, right? And one of the rules has to do with the custody of crypto, putting assets on their books, and other crypto-related custody functions like that, okay? Special notes consideration and so forth, where you would be marking these disclosures down, junk like that, okay? What happened was the House and the Senate both voted to strike that down, take power away from the SEC, make it so that crypto doesn't get squeezed. Because if there was custody issues, it would have pushed a lot of players out of the market and would have centralized crypto custody. That's not good, okay? So what happened was that vote passed to stop all of that, okay? What happened was that vote then got to the president. Biden said, I don't like it. Biden vetoed it, which means he shot it down. The vote that's happening today is to overturn Biden's veto, all right? By overturning Biden's veto, we're taking power away from the SEC and we're making crypto less of a partisan thing, which is huge because with this election coming up, crypto votes are going to be important. So essentially what you're going to see right now is you're going to see this place fill up, all right? All these people, once they start sitting in their seats, this place is going to fill up. And what you're going to get is you're going to get Democrats on one side, Republicans on the other side. You need a 2/3 vote to overturn it. It most likely is not going to happen. Yeah, Klaus, ever think about being a bag snatcher? I can imagine the cops running 100K after you. Yeah, it was funny. So when I go and when I do my trips in the mountains, I'm actually taking my wife with me for the first time. She's starting to train too. So my wife and I are going into the mountains as well, or I'm taking her for her first time this year in the mountains. And there's bears, there's mountain lions, there's all sorts of stuff out there, right? And I told my wife, I was like, dude, you know what my strategy is for evading bears? And she's like, what's that? I go, I just have to outlast you. She's like, what? I go, yeah, think about it. The bear's going to go after the slowest person, right? The last one. I was like, you're slower than me, so the bear's going to go after you. And I could just keep running. She didn't really like that comment because there are a whole bunch of bears and stuff like that and mountain lions. But she got the point that, yeah, I would probably, if needed to, could run far away. Trick, this is that road I was telling you about where, like, it just blows out, and it's deep caverns. This is the Cinnamon Trail in Colorado. Epic AF, man, dude. Scary AF, dude. Oh, it's crazy. Just crazy. We got 13 seconds left on this one on the motion to recommit. And then hopefully we get HR 109. Arnold says, looks like I got plenty of time to touch my button again. Yeah, dude, you got plenty of time here. United States government is not fast at all. Just throwing it out there. And again, once she starts speaking, I'll make sure to mute my mic because I want to hear every word when it comes up to HR 109. And remember, HR 109 is overriding the Biden veto. You would need 2/3 vote to make this happen. That is very, very tough. Very, very tough to get. So let's see what she says. Oh, she was just about to smash it. Just about to smash it, and she comes in. Yeah, no worries, Jamie. Jamie says, thanks for the explanation. Let's see. Taxi says, such a king and thoughtful husband. Fair play. Yeah, I got to be honest with you. She's a little scared because we're going to be going way deep out there. I told her I'm going to show her stuff that's like crazy. Like lakes at 12,500 feet when there's no trees and you're just surrounded in like mountain basins and stuff like that. Beautiful, beautiful like avalanches that you get to climb on. We might be going to the top of this one when she comes out. I've done this ridge line, which was really fun. Which ridge line? There's a ridgeline photo in here that was really, really fun. I'm trying to see if I have it on here. Yeah, this one. I did this ridgeline. I did this one. I did that whole ridgeline right there. That was a freaking blast. I got to admit it. So, all right, we're just waiting for her to smash the old gavel. Syrian says we will fall off our perches if they move HR 109. Yeah, if they move HR 109, I'm just going to lose it. I mean, seriously, like, I got to be honest with you. If they delay HR 109 one more time, I'm going to be pissed. And yes, this is live, everyone. This is live. Let's see, what else do we got? Klaus, you look like Arthur Shelby. I don't know who Arthur Shelby is unless I'm totally spazzing out and not sure what the reference is on this one. Let's see here. I don't know how many. I don't think there were any more resolutions. Pursuant to HR 8772, they had, 1, 3, and 4. Motion to recommit, so that would be resolution should be over. We should be on to 109 next. That should be the deal. 109 should be next. Man. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right, I'm just waiting to see. What state is that? It looks like Idaho. That is Colorado. That is Colorado, the beautiful San Juan Mountains. That is a catch me if you can place, right? Like, catch me if you can. All right, she's giving her the thumbs up. Did you see it? See the girl in the pink jacket? She just gave, look, she's doing it right here. She's giving the signal. She's still giving the signal. There you go. Sorry, I'm just waiting for her to talk.
This vote, the yeas are 206, the nays are 211. The motion is not agreed to. The question is on the passage of the bill. Under Clause 10 of Rule 20, the yeas and nays are ordered. Members will record their votes by electronic device. This is a 5-minute vote.
All right, so this is now on the passage of 8772, 5-minute vote. I gotta search Arthur Shelby. I gotta look that up. All right, I got it. What state are you hiking in? Colorado. If you want to know which way we're voting on, oh, sorry, sweetie, sorry, my dog's right underneath me. We're gonna basically follow the Republicans. That's what you're gonna do on HR 109. This should be it. Oh no, you knocked over my light, sweetheart. Why'd you do that? Yeah, this should be it, which would be great because I would love to get this vote going on. All right, I'm doing it. I'm searching Arthur Shelby. I'm going to be on my phone. I'm going to be rude. Let's do it. Let's just look at Arthur Shelby. Give me a second here. Arthur Shelby. Give me a second. Is Arthur Shelby a porn star? Just throwing it out there. Like, should I be sitting here thinking porn star? Oh yeah, dude. I could definitely grow the Arthur Shelby mustache. I could definitely do that. I definitely could do that. Menega, follow the Republican vote, man. Edwin says, Klaus, snakes or bears during your hiking? Mountain lions. Mountain lions and mountain lions, elk we deal a lot with. Give me a second if I can find... I gotta find this one here. My son and I went out and I got a cool picture. My son and I were up at Blanca Peak doing some really dumb shit. I would never suggest anyone do Blanca during Easter. There is so much freaking snow up there. Let me see if I can find it. There's yeah, here we go. I took a video of it. I'll make sure that I mute it.
So we got to this section here, and what appears to be, it almost looks like small bear tracks. Right here, I'll try to get my...
Yeah, here. So this is when my son and I were out. And you could see, that's not us. It ended up being, those are mountain lion paw tracks, dude. So you can see these right here. Those are mountain lion paw tracks right before my son and I started going up on the trail. So yeah, when I'm in Colorado, dude, oh man. Yeah, I see all sorts of funky stuff when I'm out there. I spend quite a bit of time out there too. I really do. I spent quite a few weeks out there. It was a lot of fun. Let's see. Where are we at right now? You should train in the Manitou Incline in Manitou Springs, Colorado. Mount Blanca, been there by Alamosa. Yeah, it's seriously, Mount Blanca is rough, man. It is rough. Lady, stop. Look at, there's quite a few people now here now. So we should be, okay, so you see this lady right here? You see where my cursor is? Right here? This was the lady yesterday that sent the memo out to all Democrats to vote no on overriding this. This lady right there. That's her. She was the one yesterday that put out that bill thing, whatever the hell you want to call it. Here, let me see if I can find it for you. Give me a quick second here. Give me a second. I've got it. I'll try to show you the form she had. Where's her form? Here we go. All right, so that was her. That was this lady right here. That was Catherine Clark, okay? And so what Catherine Clark did was she sent this out, okay? And this was supposed to be the vote for the House resolution. So basically, we're looking for yays, okay? We want yays, all right? She's telling all the Republicans to vote no for HJ Res 109, okay? And that is, and her name, by the way, was Catherine Clark, all right? Catherine Clark is her name. Shoulder length hair, white, it is not good. Let's see. Drummer Dave says, here, kitty, kitty. Yeah, the paws in that thing were freaking huge, man. And so, yeah, I've seen lots of crazy stuff out in the mountains. Lots and lots of crazy stuff. Do I take my gun with me? So at camp, I'll keep my gun with me, but when I'm on the trail, no, I gotta be honest with you. I just let it fly, man. I keep a knife on me. I actually keep several knives on me while I'm on trail, but I usually only keep my gun on me while I'm at camp. And that's basically when I'm sleeping, you know what I mean? I can just blast a fool, man. Once they're done, hopefully with passage 8772, we can move on to 109. Yeah, warm kitty, soft kitty, little ball of fur. Dude, man, some of them mountain lions get up to like 150, 160 pounds. Seen bears, yes. We had a bear in camp, dude. We had a bear in camp 2 years ago. It was my first day getting to camp. And I camped just outside of Lake City, okay? Mill Creek Campground. It's in the middle of effing nowhere. It's on the Cinnamon Trail. And I get there, I'm literally setting up camp, and someone across the camp is like, "Get out of here, bear, you stupid bear, you dumb bear. Go, bear, get away, bear." And I made the joke in my head, maybe someone's dog was named Bear. No, it was a bear in camp along the river. In fact, the river where the bear was this one right here. They basically go up and down and they just pound the trout out of these things. It is really, really cool. So yeah, seen bears, elk in my camp, done lots of just really cool stuff. I've seen lots of really, really neat things. Snakes, no snakes though. I got to be honest with you, no snakes. Let's see here. In terms of voting for HR 109, we want yays to overturn it. Do we want to overturn it? Yay, we want to turn it. We want to see a yay for 109. HR 109, a yay. But yeah, I've done lots of cool stuff. So that's why I run, is so that like if stuff ever goes bad in Colorado, I could crawl home. All right, she's just bugging with stuff. When they turn the main mic on, I'll mute mine.
On this vote, the yeas are 205, nays 213. The bill is not passed. Without objection, a motion to reconsider is laid on the table. Pursuant to Clause 8 of Rule 20, the unfinished business is the vote on adoption of House Resolution 1344, on which the yeas and nays are ordered. The clerk will report the title of the resolution.
House Resolution 1344, resolution finding that Merrick Garland, Attorney General of the United States, is in contempt of the House of Representatives for disobeying a certain subpoena.
The question is on the adoption of the resolution. Members will record their votes by electronic device. This is a 5-minute vote.
Okay, so what they're voting on now, this was the one that they snuck in yesterday, House Res 1344. That was the Attorney General one, failing to appear to a subpoena. Basically, you're going to see the Republicans say yes, we want to go after him. You're going to see the Democrats vote nay. Okay, essentially what they want to do is they want to fine the Attorney General $10,000 every day that the AG does not adhere to the subpoena. Let's see, give me a second here. Oh, man. Let's see here. We are looking at a 5-minute total vote on this one. Again, this is has to do with the one they snuck in last night. I'm going to see if I can get the press secretary's notes. Give me a second here. I'm going to see if I can pull up my press secretary notes. I had that yesterday, and that worked out really good. And again, if y'all have questions, comments, bring it up, man. Bring it up. I got to be honest with you. This is live broadcasting here. This is really what it's like. This is why it's so hard to cover this stuff, because they don't stay on schedule, and it is so horrible. Let me see here. I'm just looking at some notes super fast here. Give me a second. Yeah, and if y'all have questions, comments, please let me have them. I'm just looking up notes. Sorry, they got press bulletins here, and I'm just reading through the press bulletins really quickly. My bad on that one. Whew. All right. Give me a second here. See how much fun it is to do live broadcasting of the United States government? It really just sucks, man. Let's see here. All right. Gosh, they're way behind. They're so far behind on schedule right now. It's crazy. That is so crazy. Okay, so we'll just have to kill some air until they get there. Yeah. Robert Melvin says, as I said it earlier, they're just going to pass right by it. God, I hope not. But this one that they brought up yesterday regarding the Attorney General, This one they snuck in, and this got pretty heated up too. There were a lot of people here that were not happy with this, and you can see right here. Okay, basically for those of you that are outside the United States or inside the United States and don't know how this works, yes, SAB 121 was rescheduled for today. You could see that the Republicans are all voting on one side, the Democrats are all voting on the other side. That is basically how it is. They vote down the line, end of story. And the one we're waiting for is HR Res 109. Basically, this one right here, you can see on the right-hand side is what they're working on. Finding that Merrick Garland, Attorney General of the United States, is contempt of the House of Representatives disobeying a certain subpoena. Essentially, the Attorney General has not appeared for the subpoena, and they want to fine him $10,000 a day. So you're going to see basically all the Republicans vote yay on this, a couple of them vote nay. Here's the problem. You don't want to see any Republicans vote nay for 109. That would be an absolute disaster. Brennan says, did I miss anything? No, you did not. We covered 8772, and then now we're covering 1344. The hope is 109 is next. They are moving these votes along pretty quickly. There should be no debates today. Today should be a voting session day. Last comment, end of story. Let's see. Rai says, well, there's a ton of Republicans that have been subpoenaed and never shown up. I don't see them trying to get Jim Jordan a $10,000 day fine. I look at this as Republican or Democrat should be equal. Yeah, I agree. Whatever the rules are, it should be equal for everyone. And that's what I don't like about voting down party line. I think what happens is you should really start thinking about representing your constituents.
Vote, the yeas are 204, the nays are 210. The resolution is not adopted. Without objection, a motion to reconsider is laid on the table. Pursuant to Clause 8 of Rule 20, the unfinished business is the vote on passage of House Joint Resolution 165, on which the yeas and nays are ordered. The clerk will report the title of the joint resolution.
Union Calendar Number 461, House Joint Resolution 165. Joint resolution providing for congressional disapproval under Chapter 8 of Title 5 of the United States Code of the rules submitted by the Department of Education relating to non-discrimination on the basis of sex in education programs or activities receiving federal financial assistance.
The question is on passage of the joint resolution. Members will record their votes by electronic device. This is a 5-minute vote.
Okay, so now we're back on schedule. We're back on yesterday's schedule. Yesterday's schedule had 8772, HR 165, and HR 109. We are now on HJ Res 165, which means, yes, oh my gosh, we are back on schedule, thankfully. Don't really care about this one too much. We all are looking for 109. When 109 pops on the screen, we'll get to watch it. So yeah, we've got a few minutes to hang out. Questions, comments, you bring it up. Muhammad says, Klaus, I shall copy your haircut and also your attitude. Oh man, don't get in trouble though. Don't get in trouble. Hopefully, Nicole, that they do this before lunch. I'm assuming they're going to knock out a bunch of... These people are not here for HJ 165. Just throwing it out here. They are not here for that. They are here for HR 109. Basically, this is what they're voting on right now. Non-discrimination on the basis of sex in education programs, activities receiving federal financial assistance. Essentially, if you get federal money, you got to play nicely. And you can tell we are very, very packed here. I'll try to see if I can find the lady that put out this notice. And this was the notice sent to all Democrats to vote no. All right? To vote no on HJ Res 109. I'll see if I can find her. I found her earlier. I just want to point out who some of these leaders are. Let me see. She had a darker dress on. She's shoulder length, kind of grayish hair. She's probably somewhere back here is my guess. She's probably somewhere here. She was there earlier. But if I see her, I will point her out to you. I saw Schumer here earlier. I haven't seen anyone else. But yeah, I saw Schumer there earlier. I saw her. What's Kelly Clarkson doing up there? God, Kelly Clarkson. Djibouti. What's the capital of Djibouti? Banana Djibouti, man. Djibouti and the capital of Djibouti. My gosh, guys and gals. How's the crypto market looking? Oh, okay, pulled back a little. Bitcoin at 57,988. 31.54 the price of ETH. BNB at 532. Sol supposed to be next, getting the ETF at 140. XRP sitting at 44.6. XLM sub 9 cents right now, while VeChain's hanging out at 2.7 cents. That is your crypto roundup. We are now voting on HJRez 165. Looking to get into HJRez 109. 109. Klaus, look under a rock. That's where they all stay. Yes, or in hell. Melvin says, where's McHenry? I haven't followed McHenry. I haven't seen McHenry yet. But McHenry would be like, okay, when you zoom out, McHenry would be on your left-hand side, somewhere over here. The lady, let's see if we can find her. Where was she? Because she's the battle axe that set this whole thing in motion. And I'm trying to see if I can find her. I'm looking. Banana. I'm looking. I don't see her yet. McHenry will be over here on the left. You would see him over on this side, this way. But everyone is starting to file into their seats, which is good. I'm just looking to see if I can find the gal that issued this. Pump on CPI, dump on 109. Syrian says you got to follow the party line. Syrian, you'd be correct. There's no free thinkers. And that's the problem with these politicians, is they don't vote for what we want. They're supposed to. They're supposed to represent us, the constituents. But instead, they vote along party lines, and everything becomes a political agenda. And that's the danger. Crypto used to be, like a couple years ago, like 2-3 years ago, crypto was very much like pro-Democrat, pro-Republican. Like, there was a lot on both sides of the aisle that were really big into crypto. And now you're seeing is very different. It has become a very, very partisan thing. And that's not good. And we saw that with the previous election, with the new session of the House. It was not good. It was not good. What we're looking for on HJRez 109, we're looking for yays, okay? We're looking for yays. Alcoholic Click is hanging out with us. What's up, my guy? Need government out of education. Oh, gosh. I grew up in Chicago suburb. I could tell you so many bad stories about the Chicago public school system and how it just spilled over into the suburbs. I mean, yeah, let's keep our government out of education because they can't do any of that crap right. All right, she's just seeing if anyone is changing votes, anything like that. As soon as we get done with that, hopefully there's no amendments, and then we will see if we've got some juicy booty action.
Vote. The yeas are 210, nays 205. The joint resolution is passed. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. Pursuant to Clause 8 of Rule 20, the unfinished business is the question of whether the House on reconsideration will pass House Joint Resolution 109. The clerk will report the title.
Here we go. Here we go.
House Joint Resolution 109, joint resolution providing for congressional disapproval under Chapter 8 of Title 5 United States Code of the rules submitted by the Securities and Exchange Commission relating to Staff Accounting Rules Bulletin Number 121.
In accord with the Constitution, the yeas and nays are ordered. This is a 5-minute vote.
All right, here you go. You've got 109 popping up on the screen. This is what we've been waiting for. Objections of the president to the contrary notwithstanding. So what you're looking for is you want yays right now, everyone. You want yeses. You want yays. And you're going to see how many Democrats are going to join in the yays. We've got 5 so far. You're going to need a hell of a lot more than 5 to make it. We've got 6 now on the Democratic side voting to override Biden's veto. 7, 8 of them right now, 9. we are starting to get some votes, but look at the problem here. You've already got one Republican nay. That is not what we're expecting. Two. Yes, we are expecting 2 Republican nays. We've got 11. This does not look good. You need a 2/3 vote to do this, everyone. You need a 2/3 vote in order to make this happen. And right now, you've only got 14 Democrats coming over. That is not much at all. We are right now voting on HJ Res 109 to override the president's veto. Here we go. I'm with Waste Management. Everyone assumes you're mobbed up. Yeah, oh, dude, Waste Management, man. That was funny, like with Cicero and all that out there. It was hilarious. Right now, you've only got 14 Democrats saying, guess what, Biden? We're going to overturn your veto. That's not enough. 16 right now. It appears that we are going to be falling short at this pace. Let's keep going out here and saying, stereotype and undermine. I totally get it. Same thing. My wife is from Bridgeport, and there was a lot of mob association in Bridgeport, and same thing, right? Like, you see an Italian kid from Bridgeport, they're like, dude, you gotta be with the mob. Dude, the kid could be like a total like book nerd, you know what I mean? Oh man. Hold on, let me take a quick drink here. Yeah, this is not looking good. So you've had 17 Democrats now jump off and vote with the Republicans to overturn by. There are 17. So what's going to happen is there's going to be a roll call on this. As soon as the roll call is made public, I'm going to share it with you so you know what Democrats decided to back Gary Gensler, the SEC, and decided to back Biden instead of helping out crypto. Right now, this is the one we're looking for. You've got 19 Democrats right now voting 20 to override Biden's veto. You're going to need a lot more than that. Republicans, look at that. You got 1 nay. We're expecting two nays, by the way. Andrew said, do prayers work during times like this? I would say no, because these people don't have souls. So just throwing it out there. Just need 290 votes, 2/3 majority. You're not going to get anywhere near 290. It looks like crypto will be defeated and Biden and the SEC will retain their power. Retain their power. Right now, you only have 226 yays. Basically, the Democrats are standing up for Biden and Gary. You've got 21 Democrats, though. 21 of them that decided to say, hey, I'm not voting party lines. I am going out. Wow, this is not good. We were hoping for a little bit bigger numbers than this, man. Like, we knew the Democrats had support, and I told you that the Democrats were going to have strong support. We just did not think it was going to be this strong. This is very, very strong. It's not going to happen. Oh, man, look at this. You only have 21 Democrats that came over. That's it. You would have needed a hell of a lot more than that. You would have needed like 60, 70, 80. I think 70-something was the number. I think 70-something Democrats would have been needed, and we only got 21. What a crap show, everyone. And by the way, I wanted to say thank you, everyone, for joining on this live stream. It is really hard to cover these live events with the House because there's so much procedural stuff. There are delays and all this crap. So I really wanted to say thank you, everyone, because this stuff is not easy to do. It gets very stressful because there are some technical issues. And then obviously you know how the United States government works. It's not always fun. Shady Hawk says, it wasn't expected to happen, bro. I know. I've been telling everyone that the Dems have the votes to block it. This is the Democrats standing up for Biden right now. 21 Democrats have jumped over. Let's see what we got coming on. Trucker Trash is by the dip. What's up, channel members holding strong in the house? How's it going? Time to replace the Democrats. You've only got 21 of them that are pro-crypto and want to rein in the power of the SEC.
The yeas are 228. The nays are 184. 2/3 not being in the affirmative, the veto of the president is sustained and the joint resolution is rejected. The veto message and joint resolution are referred to the Committee on Financial Services. The clerk will notify the Senate of the action of the House.
Well, there you have it. It did not pass. It didn't even pass like closely at all. It was dead. Dead. I think they were about 50 votes shy. Something like that. They were about 50-ish votes shy. HJ Res 109 did not pass, meaning the SEC will keep their foot on crypto. They keep their special accounting bulletins. What a joke. Now what we need to see, though, are who are the Democrats, though, that stepped across, because you got to give them credit, right? For the 21 Democrats that voted on this, let's at least give them credit. All right? Only 21, though. We needed about 50 more. I think it was like 50, I think 76 or something like that. Man, this was a letdown. We knew the numbers. We knew it wasn't going to happen. I knew the Democrats were going to have strong numbers. I did not think that the U.S. was going to have this strong of numbers when it comes to Democratic support for this. I thought with the elections, they were going to win a little bit more of the crypto vote percentage, and you would see maybe 40 Democrats jump over. We needed, I think it was like 76, 74, something like that. I thought maybe we'll get 40. But instead, we only got 21 Democrats. Wow, this...
The House will be in order.
Give me a second. I just
clear the well, please.
Want to see what they're doing here.
The chair will now entertain requests for 1-minute speeches. For what purpose does the gentlewoman from California seek recognition?
For 1 minute.
All right, and it is officially over. You see it right here up on the screen. The chair directed the clerk to notify the Senate of the action of the House, basically telling the Senate that, guess what? We shot it down. You don't have to do any work because we took care of it for you. Not good, everyone. Yeah, this was a big letdown. This was tough. I was not expecting it, and I've been very open with everyone. No hopium BS. That's why you hit the subscribe button, because I give you the news, good or bad. And I was very honest with everyone, telling everyone that I'm pretty sure it's going to get shot down. I just did not think it was going to get shot down that badly. I think that's where I got shocked here. That's hard. 21 Democrats, everyone. That's it. 21 Democrats jumped over. I was expecting somewhere around 40 to 50. I did not think that they were going to come out swinging this strong. 21 Democrats decided to jump over and help out. I mean, that's something. Moneymaker says, so what's next? Are we expecting more dump? It's going to come down to Torres, and it's going to come down to Jerome Powell. Because when it comes to regs in the United States regarding crypto is dead in the United States unless we get some dramatic, different election action right now. Crypto market is reacting. I've got XRP up on the screen. You can see it clear as day right here that the candlesticks are pointed down. XLM, you can see the same thing as the vote went on, went down. Gold is rip-roaring higher, so you're seeing the safe haven asset play happen right now. Gotta love the shiny stuff. Hawk, that's for you. In terms of the House, you watched it here and you watched it here live. The House does not get the votes required to override the Biden veto. Whew, this was a tough one. All right, here's what we're going to do, everyone. It is 11:39 right now. Let's do this. Let's go stream ending at 11:45. Let's hang out. Get some questions in. yeah, I mean, just whatever you guys, gals, want, let's just discuss it now. We got 5 minutes, and then just, we'll see what happens. Wow. Yeah, it is a letdown. It's a letdown that there was not as much support. That was hard. That was really hard. Ross Hutton says, Maxine Waters and Elizabeth Warren need to get the heck out of government protecting banks. Yeah, this was a last-minute sweetheart bank deal that, for those of you that watched yesterday, like, you saw it. There was a last-minute movement. Sorry, I just knocked something over. There was a last-minute movement that came in from Maxine and the Democrats saying that she was going to protect them and that there was a sweetheart deal with the banks. So, yeah, I mean, you saw it live yesterday. That was the deal. That's exactly what happened. Patrick says, Sweden in the house. Name and shame them, Klaus. No, thank you. I know. I will. As soon as I get the list of the people that voted, that voted pro-crypto, I'll be sure to share that with you. I'll get everything put out there, and I'll figure it out, too. I'll figure out a good way so y'all can take that stuff in. Aaron says, thanks, Klaus. Good night from Malaysia. Well, thank you. Malaysia, that's really cool, man. That's really cool. Can you see Ripple operating from the UK instead? If it continues the way it's going, I could definitely see them putting more eggs in the basket overseas. The United States is not a friendly ground when it comes to crypto. And what's really sad about this is the United States politics, United States policy is having a direct impact on global crypto prices. That's not right. That's not right. Nolan's got a really good comment. I want to share this one. Good job, Nolan. Nolan says, once the vote started, 100 Dems nays showed up instantly. Maybe some of the other 60 were on the fence, but as soon as they saw the 100, they didn't want to risk it. Yeah, what happened was the Dems were threatened yesterday by their own party that said, if you do not vote with us, you are not voting for Biden. You are not voting for the Democrats. You are not getting the Democrat support. They were told that. They were told, you cross the line, you're not going to get help from them. And we saw what happened. 21 Democrats voted to override Biden's veto, with 183 of them saying, nope, not going to happen, girlfriend. The market is pulling back from the news on this. Kind of messy. King's Beats says, thank you from Germany. Well, thank you very much as well. Hold on. I got my Deutschland flag here. There we go. A little Bavarian love. That's actually where my family's from. I got my Bavarian flag, like right back there, right behind me. So yeah, a little bit of Deutschland love there. Now what we got to see is what happens with Maxine Waters. Well, in her sweetheart deal. Also, Lamaric Landry says, yeah, Biden is done. Yeah, we have to ask ourselves, what's going to happen to the crypto vote? Is the crypto vote going to be big enough now to overturn some of these earlier elections? Are we going to start getting some polls that say, hey, look, Dems, you just screwed up? That's what we need to see right now, and that's what we're all waiting for. We're going to be waiting to see if the voters come out and swing, and do they swing with a big stick? It's frustrating, everyone. I know. It's frustrating. Did we expect the override of the veto to pass? No, we didn't. We didn't. Let's be fair here. Okay, I'm not a Hopium channel. I don't believe in any of that BS. We didn't think the Biden thing was going to pass. But you know what happened, though? We had a lot more support for Biden on the Democratic side than I thought. I mean, that is very, very interesting how it comes out. In regards to people asking, should you buy, sell, dude, everyone's got a different life, different objectives. You do you, I do me. I just bring the news, whether it's good or bad, happy or sad, without the Hopium BS. Are you legal to carry on your mountain runs? There's legal to carry, and then there's ask me if I give a shit. But I don't carry a gun on me on my runs, though. I don't. It's just it doesn't feel good. You know what I mean? Like the weight. I'll carry knives on me. I'll carry a fixed blade and an action blade on me. Oh man. Okay. All right, everyone. Get your last. And I do not have a Danish flag because I'm not Danish. I'm German. It's crypto with Klaus. Yes, Klaus is in the house. All right, everyone, I'm going to play some tunes. Make sure you all say goodbye to each other in the chat. Thank you to everyone that supported the channel. I greatly appreciate it. And thank you so much, everyone, for putting up with this. This was frustrating. I do understand it. This was super, super frustrating. It was hard to watch, and I'm sure we were hoping for better results than what we got. So I'm going to put some tunes on. I will catch you cool cats later.
Kind of butterfly.